Okay, so first I went over to LinkedIn. And for everyone who's in a class that says you need to make a LinkedIn, you need to do this, you need to do that, they're right. Okay. I would never say it, and I hate to say it. Professor was actually right about this one. I'm going to tell you the reason why. They say to make a LinkedIn, it looks good professionally, make it for businesses, all this crap, right? They're right. However, you need to utilize it to the best of your ability because it's not really that hard. Guys, we're all on social media platforms. This is another social media platform. This is literally it. This is like, you have Instagram for pictures, TikTok for videos, Twitter for news, LinkedIn for business. It's literally a business social media platform, and that's the way you have to think about it. Add it into the social media category that you have on your phone so that when you go look at your social media pages, you can add that one to it, okay? So this is exactly what I did. I'm going to take you step by step. It's important to build your connections. It kind of builds a reputation, right? Builds a sense of urgency in yourself and what you're trying to pursue and what you're trying to achieve. Every single person that I knew, I added them. Every single person. I just went through my school. I went to NC State and I went to Campbell. And anyone that I played with, anyone that I had a class with, I would add them. And it was important to fill out these little details, what you wanted to pursue, what your name is, what school you went to, because automatically that's going to send out a trigger to LinkedIn that's going to put you in the same space as other people in your school, in your job, in your area, in your location, whatever it may be. So then from there, for a long time, I wanted to get into med device sales. That's what I wanted to pursue. For a long time, I was getting my toes wet. I wanted to see, what the sales world really looked like. I had no idea what it really looked like. All I knew was that salespeople made a lot of money. And I was like, whatever that may be, I want to get into it. And I heard med device. I heard med device makes a lot of money. And I was like, you know what? Let's figure it out. Let's figure out how I can do it. If I wanted to get into med device, I wanted to get into one of the top companies so that I could learn from the best. The best analogy that I was able to understand it and explain it by was the same way that an athlete would want to play for the best team because you want to play with the best players at the highest level. Same way. Same thing. You want to work with the best individuals so you can be the best professional at what you're doing. Common sense. So, for example, this is what I would search on LinkedIn. I would go, and one of the big companies was called Stryker. So I went in to Stryker, and because I knew no one who worked in the company, go to people, search up one of the universities that I attended, search Campbell University. Just so happens there's only 6 employees that currently work at Stryker who went to Campbell. I'll go to each one of them, look at their page, see what they did, see where they work, what territory do they work in, can I learn from them? He played college football, I'm a student athlete. These are all points of reference that I can deliver to him when I speak to him. I also did it with NC State. For example, 73 people who went to state. I did the same thing. Look, NCAA Division I varsity wrestling team. He's a student athlete. It's another point of reference that I can have when I want to reach out to him, communicate, see how I can get in the field, see how I can find an opportunity to better myself, maybe even find a position in Stryker. Who do I speak to a Stryker? Saying that, don't go into these searches for people looking for a job, just looking for a handout from these people just because you went to the same school as them. That's important to know, because just because you went to the same school, just because you're a student athlete doesn't mean anything, right? That doesn't mean anything. Why should anyone just give you a job? Just like the same way on a team. Why should anyone just give you a starting spot, just give you a roster spot? That's not how it works. So go into these opportunities, educate yourself, learn about the product, learn about the company, learn about what you want to pursue, do a little bit of self-search, do a little bit of digging on your own time. So when you go into these conversations, you know exactly what you want to talk about. Okay, so let's say we found the person that we want to connect with because we want to learn more about the position. We want to learn more about the company. We want to know how he got involved. We want to know how we can get involved, what we need to do, what steps we need to take so that we can follow in his footsteps to then land a position on the team, in the career, in the job, in the position, whatever it may be. Let's just say we're going to go to Cameron Forbes. So you're going to go to connect with Cameron. When you go to connect with Cameron, you can add a personalized note. I'm going to take you to one of my other past connections and one of my past messages that I sent out to someone through the same exact steps. I reached out to him and said, Mike, how are you? My name is Caleb Martinez, a student athlete at Campbell who also played at NCSU. Post-graduation, I'm looking to pursue a career in medical sales and would love the opportunity, if possible, to ask a few questions as to how you became involved with Stryker and in your career. That's it. All I'm looking for is 10 minutes of your time so I can just pick your brain. I just want to know how you did it, what steps you took. He was also a student athlete. I just wanted to learn from him. So I'm not going into the conversation asking for a job. I'm going into the conversation, how did you do it? What did you do? Who did you talk to? Who can I talk to? Am I doing the right thing? This is the conversation, not begging, looking, searching for a handout. So I hope you found value in this video, and I really, really appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for my next video because there's going to be tons more coming. Peace.